We're all fueled up. I'm refreshed. Eating a nice butty. Got some water in me. It's the first time I drunk anything all day. Had a nice chat with the lady at the petrol station there. Apparently it's a couple of hours to Aultguish, how she pronounced it. That was the last stop probably before then. She said there's a couple of small towns on the coastal road that we're doing, but I've decided it was best to get stuff for this evening there. Obviously it's only a small shop, so I've just got a butty and a beer. But we'll see if there's anything at the hostel later on. But just in case there isn't, I've just got a couple of supplies ready. But other than that, we're going to crack on. Oh dear, it's a little bit wet over there. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm going to get those heated grips going just in case the rain doesn't stop. At least then my hands are warm even if they're wet. One thing I did have the opportunity to do at the petrol station was change the memory card on the camera. There was only half an hour left, which was good. The original time scale it gave me was 5.5 hours. It reached that and then was going to exceed it a little bit, which is great. I managed to have a look at the recorder here, not the recorder, the remote. Although that is low on battery, it is still functional now, still functioning properly. That might go off at any point, so I'm not relying on it. I'm just going to keep looking down in the mirror and see if the camera's still recording that way. It's not ideal, but so be it. Wow. This is setting in. Got a feeling, unfortunately, it's probably going to be like this now the rest of the way around, just looking at it here. Unless this blows over fairly quickly, but I don't think it will. Wow, just look at it over there. As always, I apologise if you can't see the footage, or it's not as clear as I'd want it to be. There's not much I can do about that at the minute, other than keep wiping the camera and see if that helps. So yeah, the sat-nav's advising me 3:34 is when I'll arrive. I'm guessing it'll probably be closer to 4 o'clock, because I'm not going particularly quick. So another couple of hours. If you don't see the full journey, then I've had to turn the camera off because it got too wet, or there was an issue with the camera. So I'll press on, and if I don't see you, I'll see you tomorrow. But if you do see the rest of this trail, you know the camera's working fine, and the footage turned out okay. Wow, it's a completely different day now. It's almost like a storm's rolled in or something. It's absolutely monstrous, this wind. It's even more powerful than this morning. Oh. Oh my god. Ooh. Thank you. I think he may have actually been with those cyclists that we saw earlier on. Let's give you a wipe, see if that helps. If not, again, I'm sorry. Oh. I'm very conscious of making a lot of strange noises, but it's the flipping wind. Oh my god. Oh, it's calmed down a little bit now for a minute. Thank you. Whew, I'm glad we've come around that corner. That was a little bit intense, that wind. Just quietened down for a moment. Now then, I've just noticed something on the sat-nav, which I'll be able to confirm in a minute when I get closer. But the original petrol station that I thought I missed is now appearing on the route, which is a little bit odd. But what I think is happening, and I'll confirm it in a minute, is it was pulling me the petrol stations. It was showing me the petrol stations that were nearest as the crow flies, which is not really what you want if you're on twisty turny roads. What's happening here? Thank you. That was weird. I thought there was a dog driving that van then, but it was a left-hand drive. It's amazing how localised the showers are here. I mean, I was expecting showers today, which is fine, but over here is absolutely dry. It must just have been in the mountains that the cloud decided to gather. But this is much nicer again now. This is a nice little spot. Reminds me a little bit of home. Whoops, there was a bit of a hole in the road there. That could have been nasty if there's something coming the other way. Welcome to Kinlochewe. It's quite a nice little place. Oh, it's a golf course. That's a bit of a breezy one, a bit of a hilly one, wow. Yeah, here we go. I'm pretty sure this is the petrol station I was after earlier, but I was over the other side of the land there. But yeah, I don't quite know what was going on there, but never mind. That'll just teach me to check the route. Aultguish 57. Well, this is a nice open bit. Gonna put the grips down a setting, I think, back to 50. Hello. They just keep coming. Look at that. It's a shame about these what look like cast iron manhole covers in the middle of the road every so often. I'm guessing it's for servicing something substantial up here, but they're right in the position of the road where you want to be on a turn usually, or where you want to position your bike. So if you catch one of those when it's wet, you'll know about it. Oh, we've got a caravan and more spectacular views. Oops, missed that grid. I'm going. Oh wow. It's another one. Oh, let's have a stretch. Amazing colours on that one. I love it when you get that shimmer. I've not seen that this trip yet, but just those yellows, blues and greens all together just really makes you feel good. Right, well, we're on here now for another 37 miles, and it looks like that's the turn right to Aultguish, and then we'll settle in for the night. It'll probably be about 3:30, 4 o'clock by the time we're there. So it'll be about time just to start nestling down and chilling out for the day. Hello. Oh, I wonder what that was used for. If anybody knows, please let me know. Whoa. Oh, this is very fresh, this stuff. It's down a couple of gears. Hopefully it doesn't last too long. We're coming up to the twisty bit. Oh, here comes that wind again. Oh, getting a bit squirrely under the wheels there. Just ahead of us on the left there is the Isle of Ewe, EWE. Hopefully my beer's okay in the boot. I heard something rattle, hopefully it wasn't that. Just double checking we're still recording. The remote is now completely gone. Whoa, get over. It's a good job I didn't take that wide then. Hello, sirs. Just coming into Laird. There's another petrol station. I'm glad I stopped where I did. That one doesn't look as big as the one that I stopped at. Probably wouldn't have a chance to get food or anything in there. Okay, we're getting a sprinkling again now. Whoops. And the wind's back. Oh wow. That just really opens up that bit. Just give you a wipe. Oh, there's a lovely beach there. Some more moody looking clouds up there on that mountain. As long as they stay there, I'm not too bothered. Oh wow, what's that on the left? Just got a glimpse of another nice view. Here we go. Wow. That is rather spectacular, that one. Whoa! That ruddy wind. Just past a place called Northern Lights campsite. I didn't think we were not far enough north to see the Northern Lights. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can on a night with the right conditions. I was a little bit unsure earlier on actually, but it's turned out very, very nice, this little loop. I was a bit concerned it was just going to be chucking it down all the way around, but we appear to have caught it lucky. There's just been a couple of showers, nothing major. 15 miles left to the turn. I could have gone then, but I'm quite happy to sit behind him for a couple of minutes. So, a lovely river running alongside us here. Hello. Another one. Oh gosh, this wind's really getting to me again. Bikes all over the place. Oh. I don't blame them for not waving. We're both being pushed off to the left here. Oh, dropped into the calm again for the moment. 3.5 miles to the turn. It's just gone well 10 past 3. We'll be going about 7.5 hours now. My bum started to go numb again. No, we're nearly there, only 20 minutes to go now. Whoops, don't want to make a mistake there and go up that. Okay, so tomorrow we'll be going left up towards Ullapool. Obviously it won't be left to us, it'll be straight on. But for the time being, we're heading towards Inverness and Dingwall. Apparently it's 10 miles exactly. Oh, this is a nice end to the riding for the day. Beautiful area. What a view. I'm guessing this is a reservoir on our left, just with the way the water lines dropped over the far side there. Just by the hostel there is a dam as well, so in fact there's the dam actually, just over in the distance there. So I'm guessing it's used for other purposes, it's not a natural loch. So 3 miles to go now. There it is, the dam. That means we're not far away now, because I think you can actually see the dam from the hostel. Yeah, Aultguish, 1 mile. There it is. Right guys, I'll just confirm when we check in, and I'll either see you tomorrow morning, or if the weather stays nice, I'll do the run down to Dingwall, and then back here for the evening. So yeah, I'll see you either later on or tomorrow morning. Right guys, I'm all checked in. I've selected my bunk in the room here. As soon as I checked in, they showed me to my room here. They actually told me that I might be in the room on my own this evening, which would be fantastic. There's 4 beds in here, so if I am on my own, I'll have plenty of space. I've laid out all my riding gear just down here. I'm having a look at the map for tomorrow at the moment. But first of all, just looking at today, it was a fantastic ride. Kinlochewe was very, very nice. It was a little bit windy throughout the day. There were certain points where I was a little bit worried riding the bike. I was finding it difficult to actually stay on the road. My shoulders are hurting a little bit now because of that, or I'm assuming it's because of that. Yeah, so it was about 8 hours in total. We set off from Kinlochewe at 7:30. We arrived at about 3:45 this evening. Had about half an hour stop in total throughout the day, a couple of stops, totaling about half an hour. Yeah, so it's been a good day. Not as wet as I thought it was going to be, which is great. We had some glorious weather as well. I'm glad I did the coastal route rather than cutting a couple of bits of those off and coming straight here. But yeah, let's look ahead at tomorrow. So just a quick recap of what we did today before we look at tomorrow. Obviously we set off from Kinlochewe here, came all the way up to Invergarry, across up to Applecross here to do Kinlochewe, and then around the coastal route here down to where we are now at the Aultguish Inn. One thing I could have done, or I debated doing before I came up here, was missing off Kinlochewe and just doing this part here, or also maybe cutting out this part here and coming straight down and then up to the inn here. I'm glad I didn't do that, because the ride was spectacular around the coast here. It took a little bit longer, but it's definitely worth it, absolutely. So where we're going tomorrow? Oh, before we do that, originally I said I might do this part here, just to complete the loop. That's something I might do on the 3rd day. I'm not too sure yet. It's not something I'm going to do this evening, I don't think. It is nice weather, but it'll total another about 50 miles or so there and back. So it'll take about an hour, maybe a little bit longer, and I'm quite tired this evening, so I do want to just rest up. So tomorrow, day 2, we're going to be setting off from here, and then we're going to be going up to, where are we? We've got Ullapool, somewhere up here. I'm going to fill up there first thing in the morning. We're going to head round the coast here. Originally I was going to come up here and approach Loch Assynt from from this angle, but I wanted to do this route here. I do want to see Aultguish Inn because for a personal reason, my gran has a photo of herself and my granddad at Aultguish Inn. And there's also a lovely painting of it on her wall as well, so I want to try and get my own photograph of that. I believe that's about this point here where that photograph was taken, looking back this way up the loch, but we'll see when we get there. I'm going to come back up and then around the coast and then up across to John O'Groats. I am going to stop off at Dunnet Head here first of all as well, Britain's most northerly point, and then head across to John O'Groats, the most northerly settlement, or what's recognised as the most northerly settlement, and then come back down to where's Wick? There's Wick. So we're going to come down to Wick and we're going to spend the evening there. So that's where we're going to finish off tomorrow. So I'll see you in the morning.